Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast, brought to you by Gun Dog Outdoors. I am Jeff Stanfield with the world-famous Andy Shaver.
Yeah, prayers go up to Alex Langville. I guess Montana is flooding. Is this part of the Yellowstone flood?
Same floods.
It's the same one?
Same river going right through his backyard.
Apparently he's got mergansers hanging out in his front yard right now. So
I guess water's all the way up to the house now. So lots of prayers, Alex. If we could do anything for you, I would be more than happy to take a lot of that water down here.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
It's horrible, horrible, horrible deal for them. With us today from Atlanta, Georgia, an Atlanta Falcons fan. God bless him for that. Mr. Ranar Moody, how are you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Doing good. It's hot in Texas, but it's summertime here, so like it's kind of to be expected.
Just for the record, I did not fuck up the intro either.
You did not, but you were worried.
I was scared to death. I was going to screw that all up. But when we talked about the Atlanta Falcons, I thought, you know what? There ain't nothing can screw up nothing more than the Atlanta Falcons did a Super Bowl. How do you give up a Super Bowl victory like that in your hand?
28-3.
Man, I don't know. We waited a long time for that moment, and the hype during the game was unreal, and it just killed us. It took the gas out of the whole state.
I was pulling for Atlanta, and then I went to a Super Bowl party, and there's this loudmouth guy there, and he was talking shit about New England the whole time.
Yeah.
So I was talking shit. And so he popped off, and I bet him, I bet you $500 freaking Atlanta or that Tampa Bay or New England wins this game. Oh, you got yourself a bet there, big boy.
What was the score at this time?
0-0.
Oh, okay.
It was before the game started, and he was just talking shit.
I bet you felt real sad.
At 28-3, I was thinking, I wish I'd have kept my big mouth shut, is what I was thinking. That was the greatest feeling in the world when he had to pull off them 5 dead presidents and hand them to me that night.
I bet. So it's your fault we lost.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're getting to the bottom of it.
Maybe, but I don't like Tom Brady, and so I damn sure was having a hard time going for him. And that even made it worse. But
I have a rule. You do not bet Jeff Stanfield at anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. It does not matter what it is. It always comes back to him. Somehow he finds a way to win. I think he paid off the refs, to be honest with you. I think that might have been what it was.
There are some
Texas guys.
There are some Indians in Oklahoma that will tell you different. They win for me quite often at the casino. So
anytime I've ever gambled with Jeff, it's never worked out. So
never good, huh?
I will bet anybody anything right now that the Dallas Cowboys do not win the Super Bowl. If you think Dallas can win the Super Bowl, I'll take your bet. Call me up.
Man, it's a bunch of Cowboys fans that'll be down for that.
Yeah. if they'll bet, our friend James Washington is the newest Dallas Cowboy, their new wide receiver, and James,
he's a new daddy too.
Yeah, a new dad. Congratulations, James. And he texted me, and when he signed with Dallas, and he said, "Now you have a reason to cheer for the Dallas Cowboys." I said, "No, James, I have a reason to cheer for you, but I'm still not cheering for the Dallas Cowboys. I hope you have a wonderful year, but I am not pulling for the Dallas Cowboys." I just can't do it. And I don't understand why I don't like Dallas, because they have great mystique. They have one of the best uniforms in pro sports.
Yeah.
They have a cool fan base. They're Texan. I'm a Texan. I love everything about Texas except for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I can even pull for the Texas A&M Aggies to win the College World Series after they beat my Longhorns yesterday. But I couldn't pull for the Cowboys. If they were playing Russia, I wouldn't pull for Dallas. I'd pull for Russia. I hate them.
That's kind of how I am with the Georgia Bulldogs. I can't stand.
Well, you had a bad year this year then.
Yeah, I did. It's rough. Only thing I had going for me was the Braves. So
why don't you like the Georgia Bulldogs?
I don't know, man. It's just everybody down here just likes them. It's just like growing up, I used to go to a bunch of baseball camps in Florida. Back when Florida was winning, I think they won like the basketball championship, and they had a football run with Tebow, and then they won the College World Series. So, and we just go to their showcases and camps all the time, and I just been a Gator fan for a long time. So, Bulldogs.
Did you see the picture that's going on Instagram right now of Tebow and Eli Manning together? They had their picture taken at Florida yesterday, and it says it shows both of them together. It says, "Hard to believe one of these guys won 2 Super Bowls and is a potential Hall of Famer, and the other one is not." Yeah. Because Tebow looks like he'd be the guy that would be him. What a phenomenal athlete he was, though.
Yeah, he was. He was, man. I still don't understand what happened with him with the pros, but Man, he was a good college football player. So
I think in today's offense, he would have a lot better
I
chance.
think he was 5 years too soon.
He's the same with Vince Young's the same way. If Vince Young come out of college nowadays in today's offense, the NFL runs, he would be a stud.
If they could run a Lamar Jackson type offense where it's kind of you got that option, and I think they would have had a much better career. Problem with Vince Young is he had some off the field issues.
Well, he liked to drink, but he is still the greatest college football player I've ever seen.
Vince Young or
you
Tebow?
think so?
Vince Young, yes.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
What about Tebow?
Tebow was very, very good, but Vince Young single-handedly beat USC in their super team.
He did do that.
He was. I mean, he was a freaking stud. That's the greatest season by anybody in college football, in my opinion. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and it's an opinionated based deal. But he should have won the Heisman that year.
Reggie Bush won it, didn't he?
Or Leinart, one of the two. I can't remember which one. I think it was Reggie Bush. But I think
Reggie Bush was crazy to look at.
He was good too. There's no doubt.
Highlight reel at USC was phenomenal.
But Vince Young was by far
2005,
the best player that I've ever seen. Since we're back to talking Georgia and you love Georgia so much, did Georgia have the greatest college defense of all time this year?
I don't think all time, but they had a good defense. They had a real good defense, but I don't think it was all time.
This guy does not like Georgia, you can tell. They have I saw where they lost Micah Parsons, was by far the best rookie defensive player in the NFL in a long time, probably last year. They had 5 kids taken in the first round?
Yeah, they did. I think the most
ever.
I think the most ever.
And I saw next year they're supposed to have 2 or 3 guys taken in the first round in the mock drafts.
Yeah,
they're
gonna be something to reckon with for sure. I just hate them.
You just can't rock with them.
So you like Alabama then?
I like Alabama. I don't hate Alabama. I like to see Alabama win if they get. I don't know. It's something about Alabama. I like the players that they get through there. And they didn't have some hellacious defense.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like Alabama. I'm a real big Florida fan first. Probably Alabama second. I like any SEC.
Well, of course you do. That's why SEC fans are.
Yeah, I mean, I like to see them win. So. But Georgia, they just kind of get under my skin. I think it's more so the people around here.
And that's probably why Jeff doesn't like the Cowboys. Just the same thing that you said about the Georgia people. It's just if their fans weren't so fucking obnoxious, you might be able to root for them.
We got a guy that works for us, and I'm telling you right now, his fantasy football team, and it's not a bad deal lately because Dallas has been really good on offense. But before, when they struggled on offense, he would draft every Cowboy player, He'd take the Cowboy kicker fourth if that was no Cowboys player's the kicker. I'll take him.
And he felt like he was getting a bargain all the time, too. Like, man, did you see?
Yeah.
I got Dalton Schultz in the second round. Fuck.
So do you hate Ohio State like I do?
Man, I don't. I went through a little period where I liked to see Ohio State. It was back when they had like Ted Ginn Jr. and stuff like that. They had some good ball. I don't hate Ohio State. I don't.
See, I cannot stand the Buckeyes. Got a lot of respect for them. Arguably one of the top 3 greatest programs in history, but I cannot stand them.
Yeah.
They wear me the hell out, but they are very, very good, and I got a lot of respect for them. But I've got a guy here named Mario Abila, a friend of mine, and he reminds me of you. Whoever's going to be good, that's who he starts pulling for. So you was for Ohio State for a while. He's got a hoodie for whoever is good. If he shows up at a party with a hoodie, that's the flavor of the month right there.
Yeah,
he's got a Clemson one. He used to be a Miami fan. Then it's OU.
Yeah.
His OU's is always fallback on.
Yeah. And
then it was Ohio State. Yeah. If UTEP was going to be good, he'd have a UTEP hoodie on, talking shit.
Hey, as long as you winning, that's about it. That's all
true.
that matters, huh?
Okay, Ranar, you've got an interesting. You are in the waterfowl. You have 24.7 is the name of your website. 24/7, right?
Yes, sir.
And you sell shoes. You sell hoodies, clothes. How did Ranar Moody get in the waterfowl game?
Man, I don't know. It's crazy. I just been, growing up in Georgia, all we got down here is like wood ducks. And that's kind of what I grew up hunting. 15-minute hunts, in and out. And I guess growing up, I always just been a wing shooting fanatic. Dove hunting down here is a big deal. Being from South Georgia, I got strong roots with quail hunting and stuff like that. And so I think it's just the bird in general always struck my attention. So then, when I started wood duck hunting and I got my first lab, I just fell in love with it. And then in high school, around this way, everybody always goes to Arkansas and like we rent rice fields out for the weekend. So I did that all through high school, and I always just wanted more and more of duck hunt. Renting a rice field in Arkansas is always hit or miss. So like you might have one good year, and then 3 years after that, it'd be kind of not so good. So it just kept you coming back and wanting more and kind of exploring. So I think that's what got me hooked. And then when I graduated, coming through college and graduating college, and just got been able to travel like I need to. Just meeting some buddies, meet my buddy Darren Moore and Ricky Nicholas. I just, I was able to explore more and more about duck hunting because I had actual friends that wanted to go. Growing up out here, you probably get one trip a year from buddies out this way. So just being able to connect with some boys that are on that side of Mississippi and that are closer, that are able to hunt more, it just kind of exposed my love for duck hunting even more. And man, it's been crazy ever since. Just been the balls to the wall, trying to kill a duck.
Now, what did you study in college?
Business
marketing. So kind of what you're doing now falls right into what you studied in college.
It does, man. I work for my parents. We do construction. We do military construction work in the Southeast. So I guess my field really doesn't fall into construction, but I've always been, I don't know, I guess dealing with marketing and social media and stuff like that all through school, and it's just a safe place for me, and I just kind of comes natural for what I do. I just like to create and just find a big interest in that stuff and seeing what works and what doesn't. So it just kind of worked out with the whole brand and my passion and then what I'm kind of naturally decent at. So kind of all meshed together.
Now, last year was what, season 3 of your duck. Well, it's not just a duck hunting series, but it's just a hunting series. So last year was season 3.
Right.
Were you filming hunts before you started this series on YouTube? Like, did you have just other hunts that were not a part of this quote unquote series, or when you started putting stuff up on YouTube, was it for your YouTube series?
Right. So I probably did. I think I did 1 year by myself, just filming hunts. We would go down to Venice, Louisiana. I would build some buddies from back home, and I'll just film those duck hunts. And then I did a couple deer hunts. I kind of gassed out on deer hunting. Well, not deer hunting, but filming my deer hunts. It just took so much work. And then, you know how it is, man. I think one time I decided to go with my bow, and this buck I've been chasing on my farm, he finally shows up, and I get him in frame. Anyway, I ended up killing this deer, and I thought I had a recording, and it wasn't recording, and that just kind of like took the gas out of me. Like, Georgia, it's so hard to kill a deer in Georgia with a bow and a mature buck, and then the fact that I didn't have it on record, it kind of just took the gas out, and I hadn't filmed a deer hunt since. So it's just kind of one of those things that I just felt like it was easier to get someone else to film for us, and then it all kind of came together when I met my buddy Jason that films all our stuff. So yeah, I did probably 1 year by myself, and man, ever since then it's just been somebody else behind the camera.
So whenever I said before we started recording, it's important to press record on these things, you felt that.
Yeah, I felt that big time.
Why is it so hard to shoot deer in Georgia? Is it just because they don't grow? They're not. They don't grow as big, or what's the difficulty?
Yeah, man, you got some good deer down this way. We're south of Atlanta. I'm in Macon, Georgia, so it's a couple counties down this way that grow some monster deer for our state. It's nothing like you see in like Atlanta suburbs, but I don't know. My biggest deer I probably killed a 161,
That's a nice deer.
And then we kill a lot of like 140s, 150s.
Those are damn nice deer.
Those are good deer.
Yeah, and so I think, man, it's crazy when I travel to other states and you just see deer running all over the place. Like, it's definitely not that like that at home. Like, you'll see them on the side of the road or highway, but I mean, it's usually like 2 or 3, you know what I mean? And it's just wild going to other places, and you might see a herd of 10, 12, 15. So I think a part of that's just our woods are so
Right.
dense, and we got a different lay of the land. They got so much woods to just cover through that I don't know. A lot of hunts, man. I might go. I might see. It's normal for me to just see one deer hunt. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just hard. It's just difficult. It's just I think the terrain and like the pressure we got down here and all that kind of stuff kind of weighs all in together.
I was looking at your turkey hunt that you put out just a couple months ago.
Okay, yeah,
The fucking woods are so thick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
thick.
it is.
Between like ticks and chiggers and snakes.
Yeah.
I'm not getting off the fucking road.
Yeah, it gets thick, man. We got a bunch of chiggers, bunch of ticks. Snakes are pretty bad. We got big,
copperheads?
Cottonmouths, and then we got copperheads, cottonmouths, and then we got canebrake rattlesnakes. So they get pretty big, and you definitely got to watch your step around this way. It's I don't think we ain't got many snakes as Texas, but it's definitely, I don't know. You just definitely got to watch where you're stepping for sure.
Do you have gators where you're at also?
Yeah, we do have gators here. Yes,
Hell
sir.
no.
And bears? Do you have bears?
We got black
Fuck.
bears. Yep.
Did you see the video of the bear swimming in Del Rio in the lake there at Lake Amistad?
No.
There's a black bear swimming in the South Texas on the lake. Guy had this family out, and there's them black bears swimming across. Got it on. See, bears are going to be new here. We're starting to get in our area. We don't have them yet, but south of us, they've seen them south of Abilene on a ranch. They've got a couple they've been seeing,
And they're moving.
Yeah.
and they're migrating up north. I guess with the drug cartels are pushing them out of Mexico, so they're coming up here now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So did you have that many bears when you were growing up? Like, is it something you always had to deal with?
Yeah. What's crazy, man? I've never seen one in person.
Never?
Like not hunting. Never seen one in person. Always got them on camera. They kind of show up around my leases and the property that we own. Probably, they're always in the summertime, and then as soon as bow season starts, they kind of just vanish. There's a real popular river here, Flint River. They kind of travel up and down that river. So in my county, you can't kill them. So it's I rarely see them in person, but always on camera for sure.
Is there any county in Georgia where you can kill black bear?
Yeah, down south you can kill them. I think around like Pierce County. That's like southeast, close to Florida. The closer you get to Florida, them boys like run dogs and stuff, and so you can shoot them there.
Do y'all don't have pythons there, do you?
Andy,
No,
Well, fuck,
we
I
ain't got
don't
no
know. I mean, hell, they got everything else.
South Florida has that.
That's the only place. South
Yeah,
Florida?
because if it gets any kind of cool, it'll kill them if it gets very cool.
The Burmese python.
When you were in the Miami airport, there was a chance there was going to be one right there.
I'm sure there was somewhere. They're an invasive species, Jeff.
Well, they are that.
Yeah, I hope we don't get them.
No shit.
Your turkey season, are y'all's turkey numbers down like everywhere else?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they are. They are. We used to kill 3. Now it's at 2. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that limited again this upcoming season. We used to be able to kill 3 in one day. So then they put 2 and you gotta be a day apart. So they are down. I just started trapping on my place this past year, so we trapped a bunch of coyotes and some coons and some possums and stuff. So just trying to do our part around our way, and hopefully that has some stuff to do with helping them bounce back.
It is scary to think about if the turkeys that numbers have declined to where they are now. If we go to 2, 3, 4 more years of this, where we're going to be at nationwide on turkey hunting. You know, other than up Minnesota and Wisconsin, everyone else has talked about how bad the numbers are.
I think Michigan's still holding because Surecki. After we had Cameron Weddington on, and he's anti-turkey reaping, and oh fuck, the internet got lit on fire. I got called a lot of nasty names.
Yeah, you did on mine too. A guy told me, you know what I did? I said, Andy deserves everything you said about him. Contact him.
Fucking, they called me a Marxist and an anti-hunter, and anyway, whatever. But one of our guys that lives in Michigan, he texts and he's like, "There's it's stupid here how many turkeys we have. They're all over the place." So I think Michigan's another strong place. But
I mean, imagine
scary.
a couple more years of decline with the hunting's going to be like on them.
I think people are targeting. I think, like you said, I don't think we're doing a good enough job trapping raccoons and possums. I think everybody's kind of targeting coyotes, and I think it's more of the raccoons and possums breaking up nests. Is my theory.
Right. Yeah, I feel so too. We were in Nebraska hunting, and we killed a turkey on the way out. We we found a turkey nest that got
Really?
raided. So it's kind of I feel like I guess nowadays they don't really pay as much for the fur and stuff like that. It ain't that many trappers out there like it used to be, and it's just taking a toll with I think turkey hunting getting so popular and people traveling now state to state that I think it's just all catching up to each other.
I think a lot of it also has to do with we don't have as many poor people in the world anymore, and we've done away with a lot of the coon hunting and possums. Because back in the 20s and 30s and 40s, a lot of people, they had to eat, and they ate coon and possum.
Oh, right.
And there was a lot of coon hunters. I don't know a coon hunter.
Right.
My dad loved to coon hunt. He used to talk about when he was a kid growing up. He had a neighbor did it, and he goes, it was just fun running around at nighttime with a dog and stuff. Do you know anybody? I don't know a soul that coon hunts.
My buddy Daryl Moore that I hunt with, he's from Arkansas. He still coons hunt pretty regularly. He actually has slowed down in that last couple of years. Back when I first met him, I mean he was going every night during the summer, and so that's literally the only person that I know of that still coons hunts that still has a coon dog, and that's about it. Like growing up, everybody seemed like they coon hunted, but nowadays definitely don't see him as much.
Have you been coon hunting before with him?
I haven't, not with Daryl, but growing up I have, but I haven't been.
But you have done it before. Is it a lot of fun?
Yeah, it is. It's just another thing to get out of the house and have fun with the boys. And if you like good dogs and like to see hounds work, that's kind of what did it for me. I just amazed to see how different species of dogs learn different stuff, and so that was kind of the fun part in it.
My dad told me that it was a lot of fun. He said one of the reasons people don't do it as much nowadays, and my thing is there's people are not poor like they used to be, but he said the trespassing laws, because you turn dogs loose, they just go wherever. Well, he said back in the 50s and 60s, if you were coon hunting on someone's property and you were getting a coon, they didn't care.
Right.
Nowadays,
everybody's got a fancy deer lease too, and they don't want you on their property.
Running through it.
And
yeah.
Which nowadays here, everybody, or not everybody, but there's a lot of guys are running hog dogs. And nobody did that a long time ago. Well, those people that are running hog dogs probably would have coon hunted a long time ago, but now they hog hunt with dogs.
Yeah. That makes sense. There's definitely a bunch of boys down this way that hog hunt with dogs. And they kind of get permission from we got a big pecan orchards down this way, and they kind of get permission from these guys that own these orchards, and they go in there hog hunting just pretty much any place, man. If they got overrun with hogs, people are just looking for somebody to come in and do a little damage. So it's definitely changed.
Your video is frozen. Let me see.
Okay, let me see if I can turn it on, turn it off.
There you go. Yep.
That works.
And I'll bet you that the pigs do a big damage on turkey nests too. Then.
Yeah, just running through there and just stomping the eggs. They don't give a fuck where they're running through.
No,
they don't. They don't.
How does the coon? I've never coon hunted before, but do they bay up like a bear or what?
Same deal.
Yeah. They gonna run them, and then man, them you get them smart coons. Some coons are smart, some ain't, and I think the moonlight's got a lot to do with it too. So if it's full moon, man, the coons can see a lot, and so they might run a little further than normal. So it just depends, but yeah, they're gonna treat a coon, and man, you just gotta hurry up and find your dog, listen to your dog, and go get him.
If you want to learn anything about coon hunting, you need to listen to Jerry Clower. You don't even know who he is, Andy, do you? Renard, do you know who Jerry Clower is?
I don't.
He's a Southern comedian that probably died in 1985. He was a big heavyset guy. He played football at Ole Miss or Tennessee. I can't remember which one, but he's Jerry Clower, Clower, and he's just old Southern humorist. He's funny as hell, and he talks about coon hunting all the time. He grew up in Liberty, Mississippi, right outside of Baton Rouge, north of there. But he is funny as shit. But if you want to listen to him, he's got tons of old albums. He tells short stories, 3 minutes, but he's got a lot of coon hunting stories. And
write that down.
I'll check it out.
I'm telling you, you send me a message after you listen to him on Instagram, and you'll be like, that some bitch is funny as hell. Because he is. But he tells short, funny stories, and he's got all kinds of coon hunting. He's got funny damn redneck cousins he talks about. But he was a very, very successful, funny guy, and he was a comedian back in the day.
So your dove hunting, it looked like, did y'all just have it looked like y'all had like vendors and stuff out there, or did everybody just kind of set up a tent?
Yeah, that was just our tents and stuff like that. So the story behind that, man, growing up, my dad and my uncles always host dove hunts down this way, and kind of way before social media, they just kind of put ads in the paper. So they over the years they built up a good following with that, and people come from like Atlanta and South Carolina and stuff like that to come bird hunt. And so now, I done got older. It's kind of my deal that I just took it over, and it kind of just fell in, with the brand growing, and I kind of opened it up. Like around this way, most dove hunts are private, and so I kind of wanted to just open it up, keep it open like my dad had it, but of course with social media, it's kind of opens it up bigger to a bigger scale of folks. So we just invite anybody can come if you purchase a ticket. And yeah, man, I just set up tents. We cook out there. I get all my uncles. We cook like we would do in the old days, and we just have a good time that whole weekend. Invite them back to my mom's place, and we just treat everybody like family. So we got some boys that come from like New York every year, and Michigan and Kansas and stuff. So it's crazy to see people travel that far for a dove. But man, I think just a good time. We just all have a good time that whole weekend.
Well, y'all start September 1, don't you? Just like we do out here.
Yeah, well, so the first full weekend in September. So, however that falls. Sometimes we skip September 1. Right. It just depends.
Because out here it's September 1, no matter if it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday or whatever. So,
I think I would like that better.
Yeah, I mean, you mark it on your calendar, and like that everything starts that day. Especially for us, like that's the day that we get kicked off here because we do dove hunt September and October. And then we fall right into waterfowl season in November, December, and January. So, I don't know. It's always fun. And we're kind of ratcheting up. And that's what I have a love-hate relationship with summer because there's so much buildup. Like, when you get into late July and then August, like, there's just so much buildup. And you're going up that roller coaster and you clink, 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 clink. And then September 1, you're fucking off and running. But there's no other time that's like it. So when did the music aspect of 24/7 start?
Yeah, man. So we I don't know, man, kind of just growing up being black in the South, you just always, I mean, I'm pretty sure being black any damn where, honestly, you just rap. I mean, you just, as kids, you just kind of, you always rap. Everybody's playing around all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so it's just one of the things, like, most people have played around with it, whether they're serious or not. And so it's something that I kind of always knew how to do. And then, shooting our videos, we like to use hip-hop music in our videos, and we were kind of getting flagged on YouTube, which it wasn't a big deal. Like, I wasn't, we weren't really trying to just make a killing with our videos we put on there. So, like, getting flagged really wasn't a big deal. We just wanted to use the I guess the most high music around at the time period whenever the video gets out. So, I don't know, I kind of got tired of that, getting flagged, and so I just started making our own. And I really found that, like, most people that duck hunt down this way, they like to listen to rap music. So there really wasn't any rap music about ducks or anything outdoors.
Yeah, no shit.
And so I was like, well, we might as well just do it. And so we came out with one song, and it went crazy. And so ever since then, we just took off to put it on our videos, and just, I don't know, man, I like creating different streams of income when it comes to the brand, and it's just another way to get some funds that try to help us out with travel and stuff like that. So it's taken off. I ran into a big time producer now that, like, does all these records with, like, these big time rap artists. So it's just crazy that he heard our music, and, like, I don't know, we're on the way. I don't know where it's going, but it's definitely going further than I ever would have imagined.
From an old white guy who hasn't listened to rap since probably 1994 or 5.
Yeah.
I consider Snoop Dogg the best rapper of all time.
What?
Okay.
I do.
You're not even fucking close.
Okay, who do you think's the best rapper ever? Eminem?
Eminem or Lil Wayne?
Okay, Ranar, you tell me who you think.
So here's the crazy thing about, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Lil Wayne does not write anything down. So he just goes in, hits record, and whatever it is. So he was on Saturday Night Live, and they wanted him to play a song, and he had to have somebody write the lyrics down so that he could play his own song.
Well, he's a genius, though, they say, a savant, or whatever that word is. He is a very, very intelligent person.
So anyway, Eminem or Lil Wayne would be my
What do you
guess.
think, Ranar?
I think Lil Wayne. I mean, he came when he came hard. It was crazy.
Me-
It was a crazy run for him.
Me and Lil Wayne have a connection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously, this is the honest to God truth.
This is the first time I'm hearing of it, so I smell 3-day-old stale horse shit.
I was in New Orleans one time,
Okay.
and I have one tattoo.
Oh, okay.
And the guy who gave me a tattoo was Lil Wayne's personal tattoo artist.
Really?
That's the honest to God truth. Am I telling the truth, Andy?
He is telling the truth.
That's my connection with Lil Wayne.
But now that was also like 15 years ago, so
Well,
I'm sure he's moved on.
What's wrong? That guy done a good job.
He
Why
did
would he
do it.
leave? Why would he have fired him?
I didn't say he would fire him, but
Oh.
I mean he's moved to I don't know where he is, but I'm sure he's got another tattoo artist by now.
But and Lil Wayne's a Packer fan, isn't he?
He is.
Okay, now
Yeah.
I like Lil Wayne the person more than I do Eminem, and I just Eminem seems like a dickhead. But I like Snoop Dogg. Now, you talk about hip hop music. I used to love hip hop music. I do not listen to anything on the radio no more. Is there a new Bobby Brown out there? Because I used to love Bobby Brown. He was one of my favorite artists of all time.
I don't think so. I don't think nobody's that legendary. I don't think so. I wouldn't say so.
He was a badass.
I wouldn't say so. That man has a crazy life story.
He does have a crazy life story. And you know what? His ass is almost broke.
Bobby Brown?
Is he?
Yeah, he not compared to the kind of money that he had. Whitney's money ought to last him for the rest of 10 people's lives as much money as she made too.
Yeah, for sure.
What a waste of a life.
sure.
Boy, she was a good-looking woman too.
It was she definitely had some records. That's for sure.
But look, he does have a hell of a story. From New Edition to being on his own to marrying Whitney to everybody around him dying. And
Yeah.
Now, does he duck hunt?
I highly doubt it.
You highly doubt it.
Highly doubt it.
He had a reality show for a while. They did a fishing trip one time, and you could tell he was more city than he was country.
Yeah, for sure. It's always funny looking at that stuff. I take a kick out of it. I think I don't know, man. I think, man, most of the people that are in the spotlight like that, they kind of keep their outdoor stuff kind of secretive.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it's like one of the things, if you know, you know, but I don't know, that kind of grinds my gears. I know, like Von Miller, he hunts his ass off, but I mean, he really don't.
I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand why there's. I did see where Blake Shelton came out and told people that if they wanted his guns, they could kiss his ass, and I was pretty proud of him for that because he's pretty much a liberal, and I was shocked by that. But he spends a lot of time in his ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma.
I didn't know Von Miller was a big hunter.
Man, he's country as hell. He's a big time hunter.
Country as hell.
Have you ever met him?
I haven't met him. I've talked to his brothers and stuff.
Yep.
And I actually got one of my close friends are kind of connected with him on some family stuff. But yeah, man, he's a big time hunter. But like, I just don't know. I don't know why a lot of those guys. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with their little contracts and stuff. But I wouldn't go for that if I was.
You know what? They're selling themselves out when they do that shit.
Yeah, they are.
Because a guy like him, you imagine someone like Columbia. Columbia sells a lot of stuff to hunters.
Right.
He would be a perfect spokesperson for them, or Filson.
Right.
You know,
right.
One of those companies that sells hunting stuff. I don't know why they think it's, surely Nike, maybe Nike and all their bunny hugger stuff. I don't know. Did he sign back with the Rams or did he sign with somebody else? The Raiders.
Who is he with?
I think he's back with the Rams, I would imagine. I don't know, though. I'm not sure. I know he's got to deal with Carhartt for whatever that's worth, but he still kind of hides all the outdoor stuff. I wish they didn't.
Carhartt come out and did something. I can't remember what it was. The vaccine something. They did.
I can't remember.
They done something to hurt themselves.
Buffalo.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Von
Miller
signed with Buffalo.
Okay, did he? Dang.
It's a good place to be.
That's crazy. Yeah, it is.
They're going to be dangerous. I didn't know that, but yeah, I mean, I wish that more people in his position, because if there's going to be people that could reach, his reach would be astronomical. I mean, and especially like when you talk about, Jeff and I have had this debate often. Our hunter numbers, they're not the strongest, but if a guy like Von Miller could post on his Instagram that he's out in the turkey woods and just having a great time, his reach, especially to like kids that like inner city kids that have never seen that before, it might turn one of them into a hunter.
Right.
So I wish that more people in his position would not sell themselves out. Won't happen, but
Yeah, yeah, me too. I wish that too. That's kind of our whole one of our goals too, man. Just to kind of appeal to a different crowd and just show them, man, you ain't got to be a football player or whatever the case is, basketball player. You ain't got to be a rapper, whatever the case is. Just trying to get them where they kind of get interested in what we're doing and trying to see like, okay, damn, this is fun too. I can go enjoy the outdoors, whatever that is, whatever that looks like for me. They can go out, go enjoy it, and go meet people that kind of show them the way. Because I mean, I feel like outdoorsmen. I mean, if you come to somebody that hunts or whatever the case is, fishes and stuff, and you really ask them that, this is what you're kind of interested in, they're going to take the time out and teach you.
yes.
Well, there's a marketing tool there too, because the two biggest, what's the word I'm looking for here? Groups of people. God dang it, what's the word? Not demographics, maybe. For the hunting deal is minorities and women, and if we could get more minorities and women doing it, those companies need to push that, because that's where the future is.
Yeah, I feel so too. And man, that's just gonna help us out in the long run. The more people we got fighting the battles that we're trying to fight as outdoorsmen, like, it's just gonna make it easier on us. And so that's kind of, I'm just trying to do our part. You know what I mean? And if we can get one or two every year that want to sign up for a dove hunt that ain't never been, man, I feel like that we're one step closer.
How often do you go to people? You see another black guy, let's say you're on vacation, you say something about you're in the hunting business. I bet they look at you like, are you crazy?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They really, it's crazy, but they definitely do. I don't know. People might think that people, I don't know, somebody white might look at me and be like, what? You know what I mean? But you get more of that from black folks than anything, and just more of a shocker and a surprise. And it's just so crazy how so many black folks kind of got away from the country life, because I mean, that's really what our roots are from.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's
everybody hunted. Everybody. I mean, because we had to hunt. It was just, so it's just wild to me to kind of see, I guess, how far away from that the majority of this ethnic group has become. And so yeah, it's just crazy to see.
There's nothing good about living in the city. Nothing.
I think I feel the same way. I hate the traffic and all that stuff. It's just, I don't know. The air's cleaner down this way, and I feel like everybody should understand that.
Well, when you go to a city, no matter where you're at in a city, you're not very far from something bad happening.
Right.
In the country, people are nice.
Right.
They trust,
100%.
Hello, yes, sir, how are you doing? They're friendly and stuff. In the city, you can't hardly get someone to talk to you.
That's right.
And I'm a talker,
right.
so I always make them talk to me. And boy, you can tell I make people uncomfortable in the cities when you talk to them. They do not.
Yeah.
Some of them do not like to talk at all.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
I got another question for you. You got a shoe out. Is it called the?
Yes, sir.
The duck and dunks. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, duck dunks.
Duck dunks. Where'd you come up with that idea at?
Man, so I guess on the urban side, I keep my ear to like the urban side of my personality and stuff like that. I like fashion and sneakers and stuff like that. So it's a big thing right now. There's a couple guys that like just make their own custom sneaker. And so I don't know, man. At first, people look at it as like a knockoff, or they're just, I don't know. But if you're like into that fashion world, you kind of look at it as in like, man, this is awesome. This is this person's project. And so I kind of wanted to bring that over to the outdoors and the brand. And man, it's just been working out ever since. We created our first shoe. It was orange and white, and people went crazy about it. And so, man, we just had a bunch of support from people that hunt and don't hunt. And so it's just one of those things that brings people together on common ground. And so, yeah, the shoes has just been a crazy experience for sure.
Has the sales been really good for that?
They have, man. I've been selling out every time. So it's wild to think, like, just that whole process, sourcing the shoe, designing it, and trying to make sure the materials are up to par from what people would buy from the store. It's just a fun process. And then, when they sell out, it just, I don't know, it speaks volumes to like what you could do in life. You know what I mean? And I never thought I'd have a shoe ever. And so it's kind of crazy to think about.
I guess you've sold more shoes than Big Baller has.
The Ball family you talking about? I don't know, man. We let's see that first run we did like 200 pair, and it's just been going up ever since. So, um, yeah, man. I don't know. That's the goal. Hopefully, we'll see. I just want to be able to get to a point where maybe we can collab with a brand like Nike, or I just want to collab. I think that's a big deal in the outdoor industry, in all markets for sure. Like if these companies just collab together on different things, I like that kind of stuff, and there's a market for that. And so that's kind of my whole deal. I just love to collab. Like we just that's the goal, to collab. So hopefully, man, we put something together. We got a little. We've been flirting around with lacrosse, so hopefully, in the years to come, we get a little lacrosse boot made
Wow.
together. So that's something that I've been trying to cook up.
Did you ever imagine when you uploaded your first YouTube video that you would be making music, shoes, hunting all over the country?
Man,
It's crazy.
I didn't. It's crazy to. I don't know. It's been a long time coming, but it kind of all happened so fast. It's just wild. It's definitely a blessing, and I feel like it's one of these things that you get these kind of opportunities one time in your life, and I definitely just want to max it out and just see where it goes.
Yeah, it's so like when they say it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. 10 years of really
Right.
hard work to be an overnight success, but when do you feel like the rocket ship kind of got lit underneath your ass? Was it 3 years ago? Was it 4 years ago? Like when did it all take off?
I would say 3 years ago when we uploaded our first duck hunt episode, and then I was able to like play that back and watch it. I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. And then when we uploaded it, we definitely got the same response that I was hoping for, and that's kind of where I knew I was like, we got something right here, and this is just God's gift, I guess, and we got to make it work. And so that's kind of where it's been ever since then. It just kind of lit a whole different fire up under me, for sure.
Now, where the guys that you hunt with, have you known them forever, or are they people that came into your life during this process?
Yeah, it's just during this process, man. Ducks we all duck hunt, and we were all hunting in Arkansas. And so, man, there's a small community of folks on Instagram, as you know, that once you know everybody, you kind of know their faces on Instagram or whatever the case is. Yeah. And so that's kind of how it happened, man. That's kind of right before Instagram really got crazy with the outdoor industry and stuff like that. We kind of all just linked up on there and decided to get a hunt together. And man, I hadn't hunted without them guys ever since. Daryl lives in Arkansas, Ricky lives in Louisiana, and we got a couple other buddies sprinkled around that pull up and hunt with us some. So we're kind of all over the place, and social media just brought us together.
Yeah, social media can be used. We bash it all the time because it's kind of a double-edged sword. But if you use it the right way,
right, you
can meet a lot of cool people. What has the reception been like as far as the typical hunter? Do they like what you do?
Yeah.
Have you got any? I'm sure you've gotten hate mail. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Without hate mail.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's at first, man, it was rough. Of course we had support, but it was like, I don't know. We just definitely didn't get. We got hit on pretty hard at first, and it was a tough time for me. And then went through the stage where everybody loved us, and it was like, oh man, this is great. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of now that you kind of see, like, I guess the people that were rooting for you in the beginning when you're on the way up, I don't know. I feel like about half of those people really don't like what we got going on for whatever reason that may be. And that does get to me. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. It's just, I guess it's just one of those things. People just tell me it's just what comes with it, and so it kind of hurts a little bit. But man, sometimes we just keep going, and for every one person that really doesn't like what we have going on, it seems like we got about 10 that really do. So if we can keep that ratio, I'll be fine with it.
Ain't it funny how you remember the ones that are bad? Like you said, we can have 50 messages a day, and we get one that's bad and negative about something.
Sticks out,
and that's the one that you go to bed at night and you're thinking, what the fuck is he talking about?
What's his fucking problem?
Yeah. And you don't think about the 49 good ones you get during the day. But I have learned in this process that jealousy is the greatest achievement in the world. If people are jealous of you and they're talking shit and they're bitching about you, you're doing something right. And usually you're doing something that they wish they would have done.
Right.
And the other thing that really gets me is the flattery of everybody wanting to do what, trying to copy what you do.
Right.
Because I've had a lot of people say, we're going to do something just like y'all. Well, that's flattery. That don't bother me. I wish you the best. Matter of fact, if you're wanting to get in the podcast business, we have some equipment we will sell you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. We're getting a new studio, so we're going to upgrade some of our equipment. So yeah, I mean, we do have some stuff. But yeah, I mean, like Jeff said, it's just that one comment is the one that when you go to bed at night, you're like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck is his deal?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It and I don't know, man. I wish it wouldn't get to me, and but it does. I just think that, I know we all come with a pure heart, and everything we're trying to do is just genuine. It's not. I don't know. It's not for evil good. I think that's really what gets to me. I just feel like, if people just took the time out to get to know us, they would see that, whatever assumption they have about us, that's not true. And I think that's the biggest thing, just trying to defend ourselves and give us a shot to, get to know us, you know what I mean? And that kind of that's what gets to me, I feel like. So it has to be.
What did they not like the rap in the music videos, or what were some of these people's big sticking points?
Yeah, some people don't like the rap. They say it has no place in outdoors, stuff like that. It just, I've had people say they support ghetto, that kind of stuff. So it's just like everything you can think of, and then people, definitely criticize the way we, if we might do something in a video that end up the par, they definitely let us know out of anybody, like this ain't right in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? And so,
how do they call your video ghetto?
I don't know, man. They just say, they feel like we're ghetto. They ghetto up everything. So I don't know, man. Everything. It's the music. I feel like it comes back to the music and kind of the stigmas behind that whole deal. So man, we just keep doing what we're doing, having fun together, and that's really what it's about. Yeah. And we just really have a good time together. So with or without the camera, I mean, we're gonna be doing the same thing. And
I can tell you how you could really piss them off. Do a rap version of Family Tradition by Hank Williams Jr.
That'll do it.
They would lose their mind. What's the reception? Has there been any negative talk, like black people that have a problem with other black people that are hunting? Has there been that aspects yet?
No, I haven't had that yet. Of course, I know it's coming. Well, I take that back. We kind of had we're on TikTok, I guess just trying to stay up to date to all the platforms and stuff. And we had a video go viral on there. And it kind of went viral. Like, I guess there's a thing called Black Twitter, quote unquote. So I guess it's just I don't know what you want to call it. There's just a section of folks that just talk about black topics, I guess, so to speak, on Twitter. And so our video got reposted to that deal because, we're all black. And so, man, it was just more a thing, like people were saying, it was, these were black folks saying, like, oh, they think they're white, shit like that. Yeah. And that just pissed me off too. So it's like, man, we get shit from all ends of the spectrum. And so it kind of just pisses me off.
That's what I was thinking. You poor fucker, you're catching it from every side now.
Right.
Do you know?
So it's
Do you know who David Weber is?
I don't.
He's a black guy. He's a friend of ours. He's an outfitter in northern Oklahoma, and he says he catches more shit from black people than he does white people. Racist.
He'll post something on Instagram
and more racist stuff from black people than he does from white people. So there's a black Twitter.
Yeah, it's just there. I mean, it's all Twitter. It's on the same.
Okay.
There's just I don't know why they call it black. I guess it's just things that most black people find an interest in. It brings up the hot topics.
And duck hunting is not one of them.
Nah, duck hunting is definitely not one of them. But we made it to that side of the spectrum, and man, we got everything. And then some of my buddies they got they have white wives and shit like that. And so, my wife, she's mixed. She's her dad's white and her mom's black. So they got on there saying, oh, they like white girls too. We fucking knew it and all that type of shit. So I was like, dude, but half of us have black wives. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't understand. They just all put us in a bucket and just all these crazy ass. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So having a white wife is bad now if you're black?
Yeah, you definitely can't. That ain't something that's looked up upon.
There's nothing meaner than a black woman, though.
Hey, you about right. They don't fuck around. That's not fucking around.
I feel sorry for that white wife when she goes to a family reunion if she's the only white wife there.
Man, it's crazy because we had some white folks in our family. It's all love, definitely all love. You just gotta have. I can't really speak on other black folks, but like with my family, with my black women, like my great aunts and stuff like that, you gotta have thick skin. They just gonna say what I mean. I got aunts that dip, they dip tobacco and shit. So, they ain't gonna hold their tongue for nobody.
No.
Nobody. So, you just gotta have thick skin in general.
That's the problem with the world, though. People don't have it anymore. Have a sense of humor. Life is way too short. I don't care what color you are. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't want my kids to have to go to a Disney movie and see two people kissing the same sex. I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody else does either. But fucking have some thick skin and stuff. And if a guy wants to marry a white woman or a black woman or a Chinese woman, can I say Chinese? Am I allowed to say that? It's Oriental.
I don't know what the fucking rules are anymore.
So, but let if they're happy, and I don't give a shit if a black guy marries a white guy or vice versa. If they're happy, let them be happy. But God Almighty, I can't believe someone would get mad because they have a white wife.
They did, and they called you out. They're like, "Fuck, I fucking knew it." They got white wives.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy to see. That shit hurt. That shit hurt too.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like it was hurtful to see, especially like. And my wife, she's mixed, so she kind of growing up. She kind of got. Well, she's told me about stories like just with her being young, like getting picked on by her black cousins calling her white because she's fair skinned, And so when that whole deal went to Twitter, it was just like it kind of brought back flashbacks for her.
Well,
she's always having to defend herself with, she identifies as black, that's just how she grew up. And so it hurts her when she hears other black folks call her white, you know what I'm saying? Not that it's a bad thing, it's just like
I married a white woman. I understand what you're talking about.
Well, and it's just that's something you leave them out of it. Like if you want to come at me, that's fine, but don't talk about my wife. Don't talk about my kids. Like they've got nothing to do with what I'm doing here.
Right.
Like
right.
if you want,
that's kind of where
you want to hit me on my duck hunting technique or the music that I put in the videos, like that's fine. But leave the home life. That's off
100%.
Limits.
Let's face it. At our levels of what we're doing, we have made ourselves targets.
Sure.
Us, not our family. If you want to say my wife's a chubby chaser and she likes fat dudes, and you shouldn't bring that up on her. It's not fair to her.
Yeah.
But you can't. It's not fair to. I can't believe that someone would get mad. And it's black people, most of them that were mad because they had white wives, right?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So it was just crazy just seeing like the videos going viral and like what groups of people were mad about what specific things. So we did this one video where we were just talking about. We were playing around, of course, but like we were just like, real men enjoy the outdoors. We don't play video games. And we were just playing around, nothing serious. Definitely didn't think the video would go viral, but like, man, all these people these grown men that play video games, like they got pissed. Like they were pissed at us. And it was just like, man, we got called every name in the book for that. So it was just like, man, I don't know. You just can't say much anymore about anything.
Yeah, you said the truth, though. Fuck it, that's the honest to God truth. Fuck, I believe you. Listen, I'm with him. Listen, if you play fucking video games all the time, get your fucking ass out of the house and do something else.
I like the more and more I think about going viral, the more it I'm like, oh God, no. Like it's gotten to where I don't read comments anymore.
Dude, it's scary.
I don't read any comments
Yeah.
on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Because most of it, not most of it, but a lot of it is negative.
Yeah, it is, man. It's sad and it's scary when it goes viral.
Yeah,
it's like I never really thought we'd go viral by anything, but like going viral is so scary because like people literally they go digging for your whole life, and it was like, man, the internet's crazy. It's super powerful. Like I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that type of stuff. And so I don't know. I kind of got now where I want to clean my Instagram up. You know, I got family stuff on there, but I kind of want to just keep it all hunting related. And I know some guys that do it. I just want to protect them. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy to just see like what somebody go dig up.
Yeah.
And it's just wild.
Can you imagine?
Well, they don't have his time.
Sitting at home, especially during this last election, if you support, especially if you was a Trump supporter, the left wanted to really dig into that shit. You know, who has enough time to go in? If you want to vote for fucking, you know, Biden's dumbass, go right ahead. But I'm not going to go and dig up your family shit over that crap. And I do not understand people that want to go dig up people's stuff over anything. Do you not have anything better to do with your life? Go play your fucking video game. You know, do something, but don't bother me. And I don't get people. What do they call that? Doxing?
I don't know.
I think it's called doxing someone. And I do not get that. You've made me laugh as much today as I have in a long time on podcast.
Man, it's crazy. So I don't know. We just take it on the chin, man. Keep it moving, and I'm definitely trying to learn how to cope with all that stuff now.
Most of it is jealousy because you don't work an 8 to 5 job Monday through Friday, and a lot of people that do see that and they think, man, all he does is goes fucking hunting and making videos all the time.
Right.
And a lot of it's jealousy. Not all of it, because there's a lot of great guys that do that, but a lot of people just are jealous, you know, and they're jealous they didn't think about doing that, and they could have done it too.
Well, and lucky for you, you get to work like 3 a.m. till like midnight every night with your fucking shoes and the videos and the music. So like, you don't get to work 8 to 5. You get to work 3 a.m. till about midnight.
They don't see that though.
Right. It's just some long nights, man. Like right now, I got, I don't know, probably 200-300 orders. I need to go package up and get that ready, and that's gonna take forever. I mean, we still a one-man show, me and my wife. So,
see, they don't see that though.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
They do not understand that. All they see is the good things. All they think about is you going hunting. That's all they think about. They don't understand nothing else that goes behind the scenes. And that's that way with any business, you know. You know, Elon Musk, everybody thinks he just flies around in private jets and goes shoots rockets off into space.
Motherfucker slept in his office for 2 years.
I mean, you work hard to get to where you are and what you achieve.
100%.
So what is coming up for season 4? Are you going to follow kind of the same guideline in season 3? You're going to start out dove hunting and then into waterfowl season, or what do you got coming?
Yeah, man. So we're going to start out dove hunting. We got the dove hunt. I'm shooting that video this week, actually, the invite video. And so, yeah, we kind of just keep the same template and we're trying to add more hunts. So just get more hunting in as the seasons grow on. We find different ways to get more revenue. So we'll have a little bit more to play with this year. And so hopefully we're going to try to start in October and go do some hunt somewhere. And, you know, just working with some new partners. We just got a relationship built with Can-Am. And so we got to do that. And this is our first full year of Benelli. So, and then, you know, Apex, this is our second year with them. So trying to just, we'll have hunts with them, with those folks, and just doing different projects with them.
Isn't Kyle with Apex now?
Yeah, Kyle Jones.
Yeah,
Kyle's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. He's good people. So, man, just working with people like that and keeping those relationships, man, it just makes everything a lot easier and smoother.
Yeah. So I saw you're giving away a gun with Benelli. What is that over with, or is that still going on?
Yeah, so we picked the winner last Thursday. We did it for a month. Man, I just wanted to bring some different stuff to the industry, and I feel like it was our due diligence, our first project. I just kind of wanted to raise some money and help some folks that's going to college, whether that's a trade school or four-year university or what have you. So this week I'll be coming out with some stuff, like some guidelines on how to enter in the scholarship deal. I think we raised close to $5,000. So
nice.
We'll be giving that. I'm trying to figure out how many people we should help. You know, I really want to make a good impact on somebody. So I don't know if we should pick one person or multiple people or whatever the case is. But man, yeah, if they're going to college and stuff like that, we just kind of want to give back from the outdoor side of things and help some folks out. So that's the whole goal there.
Well, I mean, you seem like you've got a genuine heart on all of this. I mean, like you said,
yes, sir.
And that's what hurts so bad whenever you see these negative comments. Is like, listen, I'm trying to do I'm not a slime ball that's just taking people's money. Like, I'm trying to put it back into people and help people. And there's no ill intent here. I'm just trying to do good and make hunting videos. Like, I don't understand what the hostility is. So I think it's great what you're doing. You know, you're appealing to a different market. But at the same time, like, your videos are so good. Like, any hunter that's done it for a long time, I think they would enjoy your videos. But so, you know, you got a little bit of stuff that appeals to the quote unquote old timers, but you've also got stuff in there that appeals to a different market that I don't think that hunters have done a good job of tapping into.
Right. 100%, man. And I definitely appreciate it. And that's the whole goal. And I just know what we can bring to the table. And I feel like we owe it to all hunters and just the industry and where hunting is going, to just do our part and kind of spread the word through our voice. And so, man, that's the goal, man. I just hope we can just stay and keep it true and stay who we are. That's really, really the main focus every day, really.
Why don't you tell her about your website and how they can get a hold of you?
Yeah, so we're 24/7 Hunt on Instagram, 24.7 Hunt on Instagram, and that's pretty much everything. 24/7 Hunt, you'll find us. YouTube, Apple Music, podcasts. We kind of stopped our podcast, but we're going to hopefully pick it back up. But if you want to listen to some old episodes, just 24/7 Hunt on all platforms, and you'll find us.
Well, very good, my man. You're doing a good job. Just keep your head down, and you know, sometimes you got to take the bullets. But I like what you're doing, and I wish you the best moving forward. Oh, how did you get hooked up with Morgan Wallen? I saw you were hanging out with him.
Yeah, man. So our buddy Connor has a duck lodge kind of down the road from our duck camp, and so we started hanging out with Connor, and you know, he's friends with Morgan Wallen and Thomas Rhett, so we kind of met both of them over at the place at Connor's place, and so that's kind of how that all rung out. So, man, we've been cool ever since. Hopefully, we get some hunts together this year. He's a real good guy. Both of those guys are. So, man, it's been cool just meeting people on this journey. It's crazy.
Morgan Wallen is an excellent singer. Gosh almighty.
It's crazy how small the hunting industry actually is. And I mean, you meet one person, and that leads to meeting these people, and then it's crazy.
It's wild. It's wild for sure. So, I don't know. Just thankful to be brought up hunting, man. That's kind of what's got us here, and my whole passion for it. It's just hunting to take you places if you let it, for sure.
That is.
Right. It's a blessing.
Well, listen, we've kept you long enough. We appreciate your time. We look forward to season 4. And I guess here in the not too distant future, we'll have dove season cranking up. So it's not that far away.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. And I appreciate y'all, man. We'd love to have y'all on our show when we get it back running if y'all are available.
We'd love to do it.
Definitely an honor getting on y'all's podcast. I really like it. I like the Charles Beatty episodes.
That guy's crazy.
Yeah, they were legit. They were legit, man. That's probably my all-time favorite. So, man, it was an honor being on here.
Well, Ranar, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. God bless you and your family.
We'll get you back on to do the pick'em whenever football season rocking and rolling.
Sounds good. Go Gators.
Go Gators. All right,
bro. Ranar, you have a good day, and God bless you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Y'all
if there's anything we can do for you, let us know, all right?
Same.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Very interesting young man.
Poor fucker's taking it from all sides.
You know, he said something in there that made so much sense. Black people are country folks.
Yes.
So they come from. Mm-hmm. And he's right. And I would much rather live in the country.
Yes.
I've said so many times I feel sorry for the people growing up in the urban areas. It's a horrible situation for so many people. And just you get out and get to do things. And very interesting young man. I'd like to have him come on a hunt with us.
He's got a lot going on.
He is. All right. Anything else going on? Clay Reed. Everybody's asking me. You can still buy the Clay Reed raffle tickets. We're going to sell them through probably about September 15th. We'll probably close that on that. If you want to win a trip to go hunt with Clay Reed, holler at me. You know how to get a hold of me. Anything else?
Did we even talk about that in that Clay episode?
No, but we'll talk about it Wednesday when him and Mitch are here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have Clay Reed will be on, probably drop on Friday morning, if I'm guessing. We'll have Coach McLemore and Clay will be in studio on Wednesday night, and we'll have it out on probably Thursday or Friday then. It'll come out.
That's right.
And we'll have, this is coming out today or tomorrow.
Or today.
Today,
Tomorrow.
tonight, Monday or Tuesday, this comes out, and then we have Rick Keller on with us, and Rick did all the filming for the first family of waterfowl, which we will release on July 14th, and we were going to talk a lot about it. So it will be coming out on Wednesday, and then we'll have Mitch and Mitch and Clay out on Friday, and then next week we're going to have a really one that I'm really looking forward to. There's a teacher in Iowa Park, Texas, that has a class on forensics that she teaches a high school class, and she's going to be on with us next week, and we will talk a lot about that. So it'll be an interesting. I'm really looking forward to that episode.
There you go.
Something very different, teaching outside of the box, and by God, we live in a world outside the box. Anyways, God bless y'all. Have a great week. Look us up on our new store. We're going to have some new shirts out. We've got the Fat Chicks in Cotton Top shirt. Will be out on the Stanfield website on Wednesday. So anyways, you can be able to buy it at the Stanfield Hunting Outfitters shop, and we have a lot of different swag up for sale. Thank you very much. God bless y'all, and have a great week.
Check out all of our sponsors. Go check out Bangtail Whiskey, Stanfield Hunting Outfitters, Dirty Duck Coffee, Ducks Unlimited, Alpha Outdoors Specialties, Looking Glass Duck Club Podcast, Lucky Duck, Shin Gear Waders, Gundog Outdoors, Pacific Calls, Dive Bomb Industries, and Boss Shot Shells.